Hey everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am here to do a relationship spread that I have in my Etsy shop. I'm going to start doing more of my listings in my Etsy shop and uploading them here to YouTube. And if you'd like your own personal private reading, you can click the link to be taken in my Etsy shop. And I always put information on how you can purchase it outside of Etsy if you don't belong to Etsy or you don't want to use Etsy. I always offer another option for purchasing, and I will list all that information below. This reading is the relationship. It's my Beach Angel relationship tarot card reading, and it's one I created it. It's been a long-standing offering in my shop, so I don't know that it's been a good long while since I've done this, if ever, on my YouTube channel. But it is a popular reading, and I want to get to it here for us this evening. So we're going to focus on some opening messages, and we're going to connect to the person that you come to this reading thinking about. This is my intention is that this is about, romantic connection, divine spiritual connections, romantic connections, what have you. So the person you've come with in mind to this reading, as you clicked on the thumbnail, there will be a message to you from that person's higher self. So we're connecting to guardian angels, Archangel Michael, to guide and protect our time and space, and connecting to that specific person's energy for what I'm connecting, and asking what blessing that person is wanting to send or is sending your way. So what blessing, from their higher self's energy perspective, do they wish for you, specifically over the holiday season, since we are in December and coming up close to Christmas. So what blessing does that person want to send your way, or is wishing to send to you, according to their higher self? And I feel it's this one. And we have a blessing for a mother. So you could be a mother, your role as mother, but I get an Empress type of energy, divine feminine energy. Number 12 is Christmas month, December. I'm getting a Mother Mary vibe here as well. That feels rather spiritual in its energy to me. Like, feels like a representation of like how they see you, what you're capable of, the power that you hold. Because mothers, they not only bring the children into the world, they nurture them, they care for them, they take care of them day in and day out. There is this huge sense of respect in the energy that I'm getting from this card. So I feel like a family or a familiar, like I'm getting like a message what this person's sending with this card or message to you. In the month of December, they want you to know that they have a huge respect for you. Regardless if you are literally a mother in this 3D reality, but they have that sense of you as that in that role, maybe you in that role as mother to their children, or they're feeling, this could be a vibration they're feeling or something on a subconscious level, or maybe even consciously, that there could have been something from a past life that you were the mother of their child, and they are remembering that, or they're knowing it, or they're sensing it. But there is a respect in regards to a role of you being that person in their life, not their mother, but holding that role for their children, or holding that position as their partner, as their wife. There is a lot of respect and a sense of feeling that you are that person for them in this lifetime, in this 3D reality. But I feeling aspects of, for maybe some in this collective that is watching this, they're sensing you were the mother of their child in the past, as well. It could be coming through stronger for them in December or at Christmas time. They may feel it more strongly at this time of year. So you may feel them more strongly. I mean, this is a time where, there is more of that sentimental in all of us, right? And that love that comes through. But there's something about this time of year, December, that really pulls that energy in as well. And I feel for some, there's a message here that they would like you to be the mother of their child, but there is also that sense of sensing that maybe you were in the past life, wishing you had been in this life if it's not possible at this point. But there is a huge respect, as there would be a respect given to the person that holds that role in their life, and they're giving that to you in this moment. So I love the message that came through and out of that card from your specific person. So focusing on what other message wants to come. And this is this little deck. It's called the Lover's Oracle. And we're going to see what other message they may have for you at this time. And also for some that may be actually dealing with your own mother, they're helping you. They want you to know they're helping you with her as well. That's also coming through. If you're dealing with an elderly parent or something, or a parent that is sick, I'm going to pull a couple here. Pull one more. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. The first one I pulled, I'm going to hold up the image. And I'm going to read it. And it says, love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. Very beautiful message. Love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. And this is the image. You can see a person sitting here. Sometimes these are kind of hard to make out, and she's looking at him. She looks like an apparition, right? Kind of hovering in front of him. Like, are you real? Like, I kind of want to read that one intuitively. Like they've seen a ghost, or, you know, could it be real? Is it real? Love cures people, both those who give it and those who receive it. But I'm also getting that sense from the picture of trying to suss out, because, you know, you can kind of see through her gown, like down here, and she just looks like an apparition, or she looks transparent, and he's sitting here real in the forest, and he's looking at her like. Similar scenario in that one as well. I'm going to read it. Why are the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce and yet so hard to say? So they may be having a hard time expressing themselves, right? As a lot of people sometimes do. I'm not going to just pin it on masculine energy. But this one is wearing a crown. And so I feel like, too, another message is they see you as, that, again, that empress. Just as the message that came out on this mother card. They see you as that, in that role. Empress wears the crown. But I also get that sense. So why do the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce and yet so hard to say? And then we're going to put them all down. I'm going to hold this up again. Love cures people, both those who give it and those who receive it. So there's a equal reciprocity in love curing both. And then love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. So there's a lot of coming together and a message of it's hard to express oneself, right? So this person may have needed to say all three of these things and didn't do it. You know, maybe they kind of ghosted and didn't say goodbye, or couldn't say goodbye in the moment, or then came back and never actually said I'm sorry, or they haven't come back and said I'm sorry, and they're unable to say they love you. So it can just be all because they can't express themselves, right, the right way. So let's focus on this spread. This one's a little longer. I don't know if I'm going to go into huge detail. In a personal reading, of course, I would, go into reading the card more like what came out in that one. But we'll see, because this is a long reading. This is like 10 placements. So focusing on this relationship spread, beach angel relationship spread at this time of the holiday. Okay, so the first one is how the angels see the recent past of this relationship. And we have Goddess of Sacred Power. You are being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation. So in the recent past, it's talking about leadership. So I feel like there's been movement. Either that person took the lead and did something, or you took the lead, or it resulted in both of you guys kind of having to do your part in relationships. So I feel like there's been some sharing in the recent past. Also, the Goddess of Sacred Power kind of going with me to this mother energy, like that Empress feeling. But there's a sense of encouragement. You are being encouraged. So I feel like in the recent past, I just want to stop at those words. The first messages I gave, of course, stand. But I also feel like for some, it's just you are being encouraged. Period. So there's been a sense of encouragement, either from that person, you've seen something encouraging come from their end. There was an encouraging exchange and sharing of each other, expressing something that it gave both of you encouragement in the recent past. So whatever that was, a conversation, or maybe you bumped into them and you smiled at each other, something gave an encouraging nod to the connection and to each other in the recent past, whether it was something huge or something small. Maybe they left an emoji on your Facebook or you left one on theirs. There was something to encourage looking at the connection, or focus more on the connection. And it could even be encouragement for those that doesn't resonate with in a 3D sense. It can be just feeling encouraged by spirit. Maybe you keep seeing their name, or there's something that keeps like encouraging you to focus on them and the connection. So that is basically the message I'm getting. You are being encouraged. So in the recent past, you've been encouraged in some way, shape, or form in regards to the interaction, or in regards to what you're feeling and seeing from spirit with a connection. The angels, number 2, the angels want to infuse loving energy into this connection, into the relationship, and they will show how they are doing it at this time. So the angels are on the scene. They are infusing loving energy, and they will show you how they are infusing loving energy with this card. And we have Goddess of Nature. For me, this reminds me of Yama-Yai. It says, you reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. So how they're infusing loving energy into it, it's like the process of planting the garden. It's like you planted a seed and now they're helping with that growth. So like the crop doesn't die, right? So the fruits of your labor come to fruition. So they're making sure, it's like making sure, like it's kind of going along with that energy of like, they're showing me like a crop, and making sure that crop comes and grows, and so you're able to harvest it. So they're in the process of that growth from that seed. So the seeds have been planted with the two of you, and they're working with the nature. It's like letting nature take its course, if you will. Like a garden crop or flower garden would, naturally grow on its own. And these are things that unless you put a time-lapse camera on it, we don't actually see all of it happening. It happens really slowly over days and nights, over periods of time. So they're helping with that natural unfoldment, but they're also helping with it to be healthy and to come into that harvest for you. So it's your seeds are growing, and they're helping with that, just that natural unfoldment. They're making sure that growth process occurs. So that's an energy that, we can't really meddle with. We can't destroy it either. This is a force of nature, if you will. It's what the words that I'm hearing. You can't you can't mingle or mix or mess with Mother Nature. You can't. Oh, there's the word mother again. I'm going to pull this out because I feel like there's going to be references back to this. So Mother Nature, and Mother's nature, right, is how they're helping with this. And again, okay, that's where we're going. That's why they said it funny. They slowed it down and blurted it out with the Mother's nature. So they want me to come back to this. So I feel too for a lot, or maybe all, how they're helping is that person is sensing something about that mother role with you in connection to them. And again, it could be a past, it could be a reawakening of a past life vibe or recognition of you being that mother to their children in a past life. There's a sense of ancestry and ancestor energy coming up with that. So they're, I don't want to say bringing online, like that feeling within. And it can be with you too. Like you may be sensing that, like, hey, we have a strong connection because in past lives we were parents. Or you see in them that strong energy that you would, want by your side to have children with. There's something in that grain of energy of parents and parental and connection that the angels are helping, I want to say the words bring online or bring up or reawaken within each of you perhaps, but more strongly I'm getting within them about you and the feminine aspect of the role of mother in their life and then and being by their side, right? It's like when a man sees the mother of his child, he knows, right? He knows there's a different connection there and he senses something different about her that he wants her to have his children. So there's that is nature takes its course and the role of mother, right? Mother nature and the role of that nature within him to you. So he's sensing that. Your partner is sensing that. So that's how they're helping infuse, bringing that sense to them in a more conscious way or intuitive way where they're intuiting it and wanting to come towards you because of that feeling that their intuition is giving them. That's what's drawing them to you at this point or now, because they're feeling that more strongly. So that's kicking in that instinct, that mother role. I keep saying mother role, but in regards to them having children with you or what have you, or having had children in a past life, there's something about that energy they're sensing and the angels are behind that. And it's naturally kind of unfolding, but again, it's not like an overnight process, but it's slowly building and growing within them. This realization, if you will, that you are that person and you could play that role. They want you to play that role. Even if you're older and you can't have children, it's still instinctual, intuitive sense within them that is being strengthened by the angels. 3, how does the other person feel about the relationship? And the next one's going to be how they feel about you. So the relationship and you can usually be, and sometimes they're two completely different things, but not all the time, because the relationship takes on its own energy, and it can be felt differently than they feel about you. But we're going to see how they feel about the relationship. And it's Goddess of Compassion. And it says, self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. So I just want to sit with it. I get a sense of justice here too. How the person feels about the relationship. Self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. So I feel like they are hard on themselves. And how they feel about the relationship is they're being a little hard on themselves. They are like their worst judge and jury, so to speak. I feel like they may have made mistakes, and I feel like the more this feeling comes upon them, the more they sense the mistakes they've made, because this coming upon them may have taken a process, right? It may have been a while, but the stronger that sense gets within them, I feel the stronger they get harder on. They sense the mistakes that they made. They see like, oh gosh, like how could I not have seen this, or how did I not know, or you know what I mean? Like it's like a slow awakening to it. And so I feel like in regards to the relationship, they are being a little bit hard on themselves, and it's maybe knocking their self-worth a little bit because, as we saw here, they're having a hard time expressing themselves, and It could be because of that. So they're feeling a little insecure, a little vulnerable, but I feel like it's their self-esteem is taking a hit, but it's only because of they're realizing maybe they've been unfair, and it's kind of causing them to be hard on themselves in relation to the relationship. It's not anything you're doing, but how do they feel about the relationship is that they've been unfair in it, and they're feeling the effects of that. There's been an inequality. No, I don't know how to say the word I want to say. No, I can't think of how to say the word. There's an inequality. No, that's not how I was going to say it. Again, it's just a sense of things haven't been fair in regards to the relationship, but because it's saying about the self-criticism, diminishing their self-worth, I feel like they're blaming themselves about things that haven't been fair in the relationship. So they're seeing themselves in a way that wasn't just and fair. What are their true feelings for you? And this can be different than how they feel for the relationship. And it is Goddess of Psychic Protection. And it says, what you believe, you create. No one can harm you. So how they feel about you. I feel a sense of manifestation. It's like what you believe, and that takes me to the connection to Santa Claus, because that's his word, believe. You have to believe, right, in Santa. So it's taking me to him. And I feel like they are seeing, because they're talking about having had things not been right in the relationship, and I feel like they're seeing that maybe, it's giving me that sense that it wasn't you. No one can harm you. So they know that you're not the one harming them. You're not the one that unjust is the word. There's a sense of unjust energy there, but it's like self-created, and they're seeing it. There's like Spirit is showing me. So I feel like they believe they can create this connection with you. They have deep feelings and true sense of wanting to manifest. But there is a strong, also how they feel for you is a strong psychic connection. So telepathy, telepathic, spiritual for sure energy here with you as well. And they believe they can create this relationship with you. And there is that sense of protection, but I feel that in the way of like, you're not the one harming them. Like, you're not the one that caused the unjust energy or the, they may have thought at the time like this, but not now is what I'm getting. And I also feel like they feel like you and them are protected, like the connection's protected, because I feel a sense of like Archangel Michael with this one too. So there's a true, like with the psychic protection, there's a true knowing. There's bringing up the claircognizance, clear knowing. Is that claircognizance? They're bringing that up. And I feel like with the third eye, they can see, they may have seen glimpses in dreams. They may have saw you in a dream before they met you, or saw something in a dream about your future. I feel a lot of prophetic energy now with this. I feel a lot of knowing. I just know, like they just have a sense. It's sort of like that energy that's coming on board. It's like a instinctual kind of thing, but an intuition is growing, and this is how they feel for you. Their intuition is growing and pulling them towards you or near, closer to you, because it's like they have that gut instinct that you're the one. They sense that, and there's no one way that you could put a finger on why you sense that, right, in somebody. There's just many things that go into it, and you just kind of know, and that's how they feel for you. But it's also connected to this feeling that the angels are helping grow within them, that you are that person that would take that role in their life. What are your feelings for a relationship? And when I created this, I like this because we can get so caught up in what they feel, and it can go on for so long. Sometimes we don't even know what we feel, and on any given day, of course, it can change even a few times in a day. So we'll see, like right now, this, because the reading is a snapshot in time, but right now, as we're reading the energy, what are your true feelings for the relationship. Again, this can be different from them, and that's what's coming next. So the relationship, angel of manifestation, and a bit of that came from them to you, right, with the psychic. But it says your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. So I feel like you feel for the relationship that there's a lot of manifestation going on in it. Them manifesting you, you manifesting them. You may feel like you've manifested this connection. You may know it, or you may have consciously tried to manifest the connection in the relationship. But how you feel for the relationship itself, or how you feel about it, is that there is a lot of manifestation happening in regards to it. And you may feel or know that you can kind of control it through manifestation, your manifestation abilities and power. So there's like a magician type of energy with this, like magic, willpower, and again, this deep sense of knowing, right? And like, because that's based on assumptions and state of being as well, coming up with this. So there's good energy here in regards to the connection, but it's psychically based, going more into that with this as well in regards to how you feel about the relationship. What are your true feelings for this person? We have angel of the universe. And it says, you are being encouraged to expand your thinking. And again, that was like the first sentence of how they see the recent pastors. You are being encouraged. So your feelings for this person, I feel like it could be, maybe they've waxed and waned. I get a sense of that because I'm taking me back to this. But I feel like there's been like a recent re-encouragement. So you may have seen movement. You may have had an encouraging conversation, or again, some slight interaction with emojis or social media posts, or seeing them and smiling, or being near them, or seeing them in person or something that has given you encouragement. And again, the angels are encouraging. They're keeping the encouragement going to keep the connection happening. But this is how you feel for this person. The universe, of course, is huge, right? It's vast. And so I feel like there's that kind of energy in regards to how you feel for them. It's like you may feel that they are your everything in regards to that. But there is this, like, again, it's so vast and so big. How do you describe it in a word, right? I feel like there's not one true word that you can put to how you feel for them. But there is just, it's something big. It's something that will, perhaps change your life, or there's just a big energy connected to how you feel for this person in regards to it. And I feel too that with the expand your thinking, it's like you're being encouraged to expand your thinking. This connection, this person has also awakened you, and it, like you see the progression of your awareness of the things that you've learned spiritually since you connected to this person, and the things that you have felt spiritually since you connected to this person. Also, it could have also brought you to the path of manifestation as well, and your powers of manifestation. So that you're actively using in regards to the relationship, right? So it has made you think outside the box. It has expanded your thinking and way of being. It has opened your eyes. So there's a sense here of ascension. So again, big spiritual energy, big things in regards to how you feel for this person. So there is a deep sense of appreciation for the spiritual lessons, the spiritual growth, and the spiritual aspect of this person. So you're feeling them in that way. So it's very beautiful. Seven, the angels want to reveal where you may be within this relationship in 1 month's time. And we have Goddess of Strength. And it says, stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. So that's where you will be in 1 month's time. You will be gaining the respect of this person. And we saw that's coming more into their awareness. But you don't have to compromise, right? What your needs are. Everybody should be able to get their needs met. So there may be a bit of compromise, but I don't feel like you have to do something that is not in line with your integrity. So, you are standing in your integrity. But where you're going to be in a month's time, you're going to be gaining this person's respect, whether they're showing it to you in that moment in a month's time or not. Just know energetically, Spirit is telling you, you are, by standing your ground, not giving into something, that requests that they're making on you, or the way they're treating you, or they're maybe not talking, and you're not giving into the not talking, or whatever it is. Respecting yourself in 30 days or within a month's time is also, it's like a mirror, right? When you respect yourself and your boundaries and be in alignment with your own integrity, they have no choice. But I feel like it's going more along with the first card of the Mother. And you're gaining more respect in their eyes in regards to that role that we talked about back here, that they see you playing in their life. And again, it doesn't mean you have to have children with this person, but they're seeing you as the role of the person that could hold that position, whether you're going to have children with them or not. That means you're their wife, somebody that stands by their side and moves through life with them. And makes a nice home and, loves them and nurtures them as a wife does. So I feel like you're gaining more respect in their eyes. So no matter what's going on, stay true to you is the message here. You may have contact with them, you may not, but energetically you are still gaining their respect. And if nothing else, you're giving it to yourself, right? And that's first and foremost. Advice to you from your angels about this relationship. Angel of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. So that's their advice. They want you to stay joyful. Whether, I do believe that something wonderful and magical is about to happen, of course, and that's definitely possible. But it's always possible if you're in the energy of joy, because no matter what, you are having those magical moments, no matter what's going on in the connection. So their advice to you, the advice from the angels about your relationship is stay in joy as much as possible. Do the things that make you joyful in this moment now. Don't sit around being sad and mopey or what have you. Be in the energy of joy. But they're also giving you a message that something wondrous and magical is about to happen. And that's going back to this one too, when I said about the relationship, reminding me of the magician. The magician creates magic, right? So you can see the magic in the relationship. That is another message for that that you hold with how you feel about the relationship is the magic within it. So stay in joy and look for those miracles, because they're advising you that they are there and they can happen. They will be happening, and to stay in the energy of joy. General outcome guidance for the partnership from your angels. So 9 is just another guidance card, and it is angel of relaxation. So it's just be in joy and relax and enjoy each day of the journey, right? And it says, let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. So it's like an oxymoron, right? So there's like you're trying to hold on to an outcome or the way you perceive it's going to unfold. They want you to let go of that, because things can come in more miraculous and wondrous ways, and your egoic mind or the physical mind can even perceive. There's so much magic, it's boundless with the universal energy, and you already sense that magic and that universal spiritual energy that's connected to it. And they want you to let go of the outcome that you see for it, and then miraculously it will come to you in ways that you can't even imagine. But they're also saying angel of relaxation. Relax. You don't have to worry. It's taken care of. And I know that's hard for us to believe. But you have nothing to lose, right? Just relax and enjoy yourself is the messages they're saying here. You don't have to hold on to it so tightly. The energy surrounding this relationship in 6 months' time. And we have angel of clearing. And it says your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. So in 6 months' time, this is what is going to unfold. Your confusion and waiting will be over in 6 months' time. So I feel like, of course, coming to this reading, you've been in some waiting, probably waiting for things to unfold. You've been confused what's happening. Because it feels like the expression of love and things that needed to be said at the times they were needed to be said weren't said. like goodbye if they needed to take time for themselves, proper sorries when they come back or what have you, were not spoken. The definite I love you was not spoken, perhaps as of yet, but they're saying in 6 months' time that's going to be cleared, and that confusion and waiting will be over. It says soon, so it could be sooner than 6 months, but it's definitely the energy around it is that it's been cleared. The confusion and waiting has been cleared. So you will definitely know. And I'm going to pull the undercurrent just to see what our superpower is in regards to this. So our superpower for the connection is Goddess of the Earth. An idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. And we had that in nature energy in the beginning of how the angels were helping. So the angels was the goddess of nature, how the angels were helping us, the goddess of nature. And so these tie together. I feel like our superpower is a way to help the angels move this energy. So when they give you an idea, when you see something in your imagination, utilize that. This could be something for you to do, like in the, like outside of the connection, something that you're creating. Go with that. But I feel like it says ideas connected to imagination and creativity and nature is coming your way. It feels very tied to this message, and that as a superpower. So it's got to do with the angels that are helping, that's how they're assisting. So they're going to give you some sort of idea, and it's going to come from your imagination. And again, that's manifestation. So something in regards to manifesting is coming your way. But that is the superpower. So I feel like your imagination, and grounding that in as well with the earth energy. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. If you'd like your own personal private reading, you can click the link below. You can get this reading any time of the year. You can put a time limit on it if you want to, but as we have the 1 month energies, we have 6 months out, and we have a lot of messages in between. So this reading will be performed exactly the same as it is right here, with opening messages and in-depth and detailed messages from the cards. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and angel blessings, oceans of love.